So, where did you go though? Like, what was you seeing? What was you thinking
Oh
about?
my god, it was just so much shit at one time. Like you could see everything at once. But it's like, at the same time, I'm still like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I can't explain it.
So
Oh
for
my
sure, like
god.
it's like a complete ridiculous notion to think that you're gonna be able to go out in nature
Oh no,
and
baby.
do a type of trip like this, right?
Heck no, I could not go outside like this. This is like, oh my god, this is another like level. Like you're not here. You cannot be outside like this. There's no way.
This was the ego trip. This was the ego death. You know what I'm saying? And we both knew, like, we both like pretty much seen videos and
It was worth it. I didn't never feel like it was bad at all. Like even when I was like crying, like I literally cried the whole time. Honestly, I feel like I had tears the whole time, but it was never bad.
it was. What did it feel therapeutic?
Yeah, I
Do you
felt like I needed it. That's why I felt like I kept saying, "You need to do this. Everybody needs to do this." Because when I was going through it, I could tell like everyone needs that. Like
uh,
everyone needs to be how I feel, how I felt, and like at the time it felt like something that I want you to feel. That's why I kept saying like you gotta do this, you
so
gotta
what do you
do this.
think about as far as like the environment and just being
Oh
kind of
my
in a
god.
quiet?
I needed that for sure. Like being right here was like perfect for me because it was like my safety. I felt like safer. I can't explain it. I could not be nowhere but here. It's like no way.
And this is literally what all the scientists, all the therapists, all the videos, all the lectures, everybody says this shit. Like, and I already know because the way my mental illnesses work and shit and everything like that. Like, I know when I trip, it's gonna be exactly like that or even
No,
worse.
you're gonna want to be right here. You're not. There's no way. Like I can't imagine being nowhere else like this because it was like it's like it's too much.
So, did you see any visuals? Any um? Damn, I wish it's hard because everybody says that.
It's
Even on all
not
the
like
videos, people, it's
visuals.
hard to explain. Like,
You imagine visuals like I can't explain it. Like you're not even here. It's like
yeah, because it's literally you had an ego death. You're so fucking
no.
lucky.
It's like being like not even in like I can't explain. Not like even in human form. Like you're just like energy, and you're just like seeing everything at the same time and like being
It's
there.
crazy how the brain works. Like remember, like we did Hell's Bells, we've done shrooms, we've done LSD together.
Oh no, nothing
That
like
ain't
this.
nothing like, and this is like
No,
you're
Hell's Bells was maybe a close one, but
nah,
no, this is another level.
and you did 3 grams. It's crazy how that medicine pretty much stopped my
No
trip from
way, I
happening.
wasn't ready for this. So I ain't never done no shit like this. I feel like I had trips before, but this was like an actual, real, like,
Now you had
there's
Jada. Do
no.
you realize you had an ego death? Like you're so lucky. Even though it's challenging to go through that,
I was
like the
not ready.
afterglow. Suppose like the research says, the afterglow. You're gonna feel that afterglow for months,
Oh
and
my
then
god.
on top of that, when you do the microdosing and
I
shit
could
like
see
that,
that. Honestly, I could see that being a thing because, like, honestly, the way that it, like, the way you go through it, like, you're like, there's no words.
it's shut down. So what the ego death is, it pretty much shuts down your identity, everything that you think about yourself, all
Uh,
your opinions,
yep,
your experiences that shaped your opinions. It pretty much shut that part of your brain down, and not like and then all the other parts of your brain were able to communicate with each other and shit. You
that's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Because that part of the brain that shut down is usually it's in control of all the other parts of the brain. So it usually shuts down certain parts of the brain where you're doing specific tasks so you can focus on a specific task. It's like a survival mechanism. So when that shuts down, parts of the brain that never get to talk to each other are automatically talking to each other. So an extremely like profound experience. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like more brain